The collection agency industry is highly regulated, and there are numerous laws on the books designed to protect consumers, which makes it more difficult to collect. While it costs agencies more to be legally compliant and hinders their collection efforts, not complying can lead to class action lawsuits and sanctions against the agency and possibly their clients that are more costly in the long run, if not fatal to the agency's very existence. I'm David Weiner, Mr. Cashflow. If this is the first time we've met, welcome to my YouTube channel. Please subscribe for more videos that will help you to build your cash flow, reduce your taxes, and help you avoid any compliance risks. Leave your comments or questions in the comments section below. I'll answer any questions personally. Keep watching and I'll show you how your collection agency may be putting your business or practice at serious risk. Most administrators are familiar with the Fair Debt Collections Practices Act, the FDCPA of 1978, which creates a set of guidelines that collection agencies are required to follow, as well as penalties for not adhering to the act. Additionally, medical and dental practices are familiar with HIPAA laws and the security requirements of Protected Health Information, or PHI. Despite having been a law since 1991, most are not familiar with the Telephone Consumer Protection Act, or the TCPA, which also impacts collections. Among other provisions of the TCPA, such as calls can only be made between 8 a.m. and 9 p.m., the TCPA prohibits the use of automatic dialers to cell phones or leaving automated messages on cell phones. While auto dialers represent a technological efficiency that allows a collection agency to make more frequent calls and collect more money, their use is not compliant with the TCPA when the phone number that the patient has provided the practice is a cell phone. In order to be TCPA compliant, when calling a cell phone, it must be manually dialed. Even if a live collector will be connected with the consumer upon pickup, a cell phone cannot be dialed using a computer. Here's the impact on medical collections. A recent data analysis by Transworld Systems, a large national collection agency specializing in medical collections, revealed that 60% of the phone numbers that their medical practice clients are obtaining from patients are cell phones. Lots of people don't have landlines anymore. In order to avoid fines of $1,500 per incident and class action lawsuits, your collection agency must have and enforce strict policies of identifying and separating landline numbers from cell phone numbers. Additional research should be conducted to see if a debtor also has a landline, which can be put on an auto dialer to obtain better collection rates. What does all of this mean for your business or your practice? Today, with the ever-changing federal and state regulations, you need to ask more questions of your collections vendor or prospective collections vendor to find out if they're compliant with all laws. Ensure your business or practice cannot be named as a co-defendant in a potential class action suit should your agency be accused of non-compliance. It's important to have a hold harmless agreement as well in your collection agency contract, where the agency agrees to hold your practice or business free from responsibility for any liability or damage that might arise out of their collection activities. Ask questions first before you have to answer for shortcuts or missteps later that could result in hefty fines for lack of compliance. It is paramount to ensure your company of choice is an expert in their field, who stays abreast of and quickly adapts to the seemingly endless stream of regulations designed to protect consumers' rights, often at the expense of their creditors. Here's a sample list of questions to ask your current agency and any potential collection agency that you're considering working with. First, is your company compliant with the TCPA, HIPAA, and HITECH Act and familiar with state laws regarding collections? This is not a yes/no question. They should be able to provide additional information, including how often their collectors are retested for compliance and how their performance is monitored for strict compliance to the regulations. Second question, does your company perform background checks on collectors in required states? Some states require that. Third, how are cell phone calls handled? If they don't maintain a separate policy for handling cell phone calls, that should be a huge red flag to you to leave then and go find another vendor. And fourth, for medical and dental practices, do you know what PHI is, and what steps do you take to assure that its security during storage as well as communication with our practice? Ask how they receive data from their clients. Do they accept secure electronic encrypted data, or do they expect you to fax, mail, or email patient files which are more easily compromised? Do they provide you with a secure website to view collection status? And if not, do they at least have the ability to encrypt emails when attaching a list of status updates, which include PHI? Fifth, is your company licensed to collect in all states? Even if your debtors are primarily local to your office, sometimes they move out of state, and your agency will have to be compliant with the laws that govern the individual's new residence state. And then sixth, is your company bonded and insured? Ask for copies of the documents proving bonding and insurance to make sure that your money won't just disappear if your agent goes out of business, either as a result of poor performance or as a result of a fatal class action suit. I hope these ideas and concepts have been helpful. Please make sure that your collection agency is not putting your business or practice in potential violation of these regulations. If they are, even if you're not aware of it, it could cost you big time in both time and money. I'd be happy to provide you some information on collection strategies that will not only keep you compliant and avoid risk, but will speed up your receivables and reduce the number of accounts that have to go to collections in the very first place. For a free, no-cost consultation, or to just have a few questions answered, leave me a message in the comments section below or contact me directly using the information in the video description. Please take a moment to hit the like button on this video as well, and subscribe to the channel for regular updates that can benefit your practice or business. I'm David Weiner from Cash Flow Strategies. After all, it's your money. Keep more of it.